Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Arena Championship Qualifier. If I can get to 7 match wins before 2 match losses, I'll qualify for day 2. And if I can do the same thing on day 2, I'll qualify for the Arena Championship and the Pro Tour. So, a high stakes event. Time to play my hardest. If you enjoy these sorts of high stakes things, let me know in the comments. I'll make more of them. I'll make sure I try to qualify for these events. Things like that. Okie doke, let's see what we're working with here. So, some very good rares. Gumdrop Poisoner's great. Mosswood Dread Knight's great. Bramble Familiar's pretty good. Redcap and Godric are both fantastic. Bunnycorn's pretty good. So lots of options. Hoping to be able to play red, green, and then maybe splash black. Or something like that. Or red, black, splash green for Gumdrop. Or maybe just straight red, green. We'll see. We'll see what our commons and uncommons lead us. Because ultimately the most important thing in Sealed isn't to necessarily play all of your bombs. It is to make sure you have every card as rock solid as possible so that every game you have a good, consistent plan. White, the only card rare that I had was Bunnycorn, so we'll see if our white cards are good. We've got, I'm just going to go through this relatively quickly. Hopeful Vigil's good. Bunnycorn is good. And then other than that, none of my white cards are particularly inspiring. In blue, there's Pick Lock Prankster. And there is no other blue card that's particularly good. I should zoom in so you guys can see. So yeah, on this page, Hopeful Vigil and Bunnycorn are both pretty good. Bunnycorn especially in the mid to late game. And then on this page, Celebrant is sometimes good if you have synergies, but not a huge priority. So white, not looking great. Blue, Bitter Chill's pretty reasonable. Compulsion's not playable, unfortunately. Prankster's pretty good, but other than that, my blue is not looking fantastic. I just kind of think about the cards that make me want to play the color. Like, I'm like, ooh, I want to play that card. Hopeless Nightmare is solid. Rat Out is a card I will play. Sellsword can be good. Poisoner's fantastic. Skitter's Butcher's great. Feed the Cauldron solid. Sweet Tooth Witch is good. Shadow the Oath is good as a one-of. Ariet's Whisper can be good. So black looking pretty solid because I've got the Poisoner, a couple Butchers. Just good card quality, especially at the 3-drop slot. Red, I have Torch the Tower, Picnic Ruiner, Ratcatcher Trainees. So nice early cards. And Ratcatcher works great with Lord Skitter's Butcher. Belligerent to the Ball, Godric, Edgewall Pack, Redcap Gutter Dweller, Witchstalker's Frenzy. I don't think Fiery Emancipation is particularly playable, but Witchstalker's Frenzy is fantastic. So red is looking fantastic. I don't see a world where I don't play red. It's just got everything I want. Green, Brave the Wilds, Royal Treatment, Utopia Sprawl, already off to a good start. Familiar, Dread Knight, Welcome to Sweet Tooth, Curse of the Werefox. It's just these cards are great. Red Tooth, Tanglespan, 2 Hamlet Gluttons. There's an Evolving Wilds and a Collector's Vault and a Candy Trail. So we're going to start off by adding the red cards that we really want to play. And the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to be like, okay, these are the cards that I'm definitely playing if I'm playing red. And then we'll figure out the last couple slots at the end. So these are the cards that if I was playing red, would never not play. And now I have to think about what color I want to pair with these cards. I've got some good cheap creatures, some good like rat makers. Do I want to play a Jund deck? Because I do have Brave the Wilds and Utopia Sprawl and an Evolving Wilds to potentially splash black. Is black a good splash color is the question though. This card kind of wants you to have double black so you can do it all in one turn if you top deck it in the late game. But other than the Gumdrop Poisoner and the 2 Skitters, there's not like any crazy reason to play black. So I could just splash black very gently for a Gumdrop Poisoner and the Mosswood Dread Knight activation off of 1 swamp, which I think I'm going to try to do because my green cards are quite good. Like if I played green, I'd get this card, this card, this card. I would definitely play all those. The Bramble Familiar for sure. Dread Knight for sure, even as it's just a 2-mana 3/2 trample. Sweet Tooth. And then, other than that, what else would I include? Probably would just include the 2 Hamlet Gluttons as well. And then I would just fill in the rest of things. What does my black look like if I'm playing it? I would play this for sure. Especially in red-black, I'd play this guy. I'd play that for sure. I'd play these 2 things for sure. And then I'd probably play some number of those, but I don't really need that many 3-drops. So my black is looking a little bit more maybe aggressive. I have a little bit of removal with this and the gumdrop poisoner. But green has access to a fight spell. And I already have Witchstalker and Torch. I'm definitely not playing blue or white here. There's no reason to. Green is looking pretty good, honestly. Especially because I get to play the Mosswood Dread Knight. And I have good fixing because of the Brave the Wilds and the Utopia Sprawl. And the Evolving Wilds, which gives me 1, 2, 3, 4 black sources for splashing a Gumdrop Poisoner. And even though Lord Skitter's Butcher is good with Ratcatcher Trainee, I feel like I can probably just use the Ratcatcher Trainee good anyway. I could go deeper in and splash multiple copies of this in post-board situations. And Hopeless Nightmare is also good. And I have other good cards like Picnic Ruiner, Belligerent of the Brawl. This card's solid that I could also just play. And Picnic Ruiner plays best in red-green. Yeah, so let's try to build a red-green deck. So these are the cards that we would definitely want to include in our red-green deck. I think we do include both of these. And then we want to put Picnic Ruiner in. I think Belligerent of the Ball is just great. I often do want to play the Edgewall pack, but at this point we're working towards our number of playables that we want. Curse of the Werefox is just great, I think. Usually, especially with double Hamlet Glutton. How many 2-drops do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many auras do I have? I have this card. With an aura enters the battlefield. So I've got currently Curse, 2 with this, 3 with this. So 3 auras. But if I include this card, I would play Hollow Scavenger. So I was playing green-red. Especially because I have Gumdrop Poisoner that I want to splash. And then I could include like Tanglespan and Red Tooth Genealogist as like just additional 3-drop value generators. What's my color situation? 10-8. I kind of want to just go this, down 1 on there, up 1 on this, because this makes my Utopia Sprawl a bit better. And that gives me 17 lands. And then I could do... I don't really want to splash Lord Skitter's Butcher at the moment. It's not particularly tempting to me. So then I just go like Red Tooth Genealogist, Tanglespan Lookout, Edgewall pack maybe. Get myself an extra token to bargain away. And then I have 1 more slot in the deck. I have 15 creatures, so I don't really need another creature. I don't think Gingerbread does much. Candy Trail is sometimes okay. Collector's Vault could be useful as a way to help me get my green mana going. I mean, my black splash going. I don't think I want to splash multiple black cards. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 black sources. So I could technically splash a second black card if I really wanted to. I could also play Candy Trail. Twitch chat is pointing out that this card can work well with Gumdrop Poisoner. And also with Welcome to Sweet Tooth. That's a good note. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2-drops, 6 2-drops. Leaping Ambush is worth considering. I like Candy Trail as an idea. There's also Minecart Daredevil, but I have plenty of 3-drops. I don't think Fire Emancipation is necessarily worth including. Triple red is kind of hard to get to. But it does play well with like Hamlet Glutton. I could play Leaping Ambush, because I have a lot of creatures, and this kind of protects them. I think I'm going to start with a Candy Trail, though, and then side into Leaping Ambush type shenanigans over Minecart Daredevil. My last slot is just, this is going to help my draws be more smooth. It'll help me scry into my good cards. It helps me trigger a lot of my synergies. And then I have plenty of good sideboard options if I want to side into a heavier black deck. I just really like this card. I think it's between the Daredevil, the Leaping Ambush, the Candy Trail, and maybe even Collector's Vault. But this is, I think, going to be pretty good. So yeah, we're going to run it like this. I'm excited to see how it does, and I will see you folks in the games.
If you have been enjoying my channel and would like to help support my content, you can do so at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Patrons gain access to some exclusive rewards, like access to my tier list and some bonus content and things like that. But also the Patreon funds help me continue making high quality videos on a consistent basis. So if my drafts or my draft guide have helped you win a couple more booster packs or helped you have more fun playing Magic, then you can support my content and help me continue making these videos by becoming a patron. Huge shout out to those patrons who support at the credits level. It really means a lot to me. But without further ado, let's get to the games.
Welcome to round one. We have a great hand. My opponent timed out on whether or not to be play or draw, which was weird. I think in this specific hand, it might be worth just playing the Ratcatcher Trainee as a 2-1, but it also is nice to trigger the Belligerent of the Ball multiple times and get the extra rats, because my deck can go fast, but it's not like the fastest. I don't know if my opponent is going to ever make a decision, because they didn't make a decision on playing first. They just timed out, so then maybe they joined the queue and then went to go do some laundry, or I have no idea, but it would be a little bit odd if they just completely timed out of the match without me playing. Anyway, we'll only do our best. That's all we can do. I'm just trying to think about whether I should play this on turn 2. Probably. If I go 2 drop 3 drop this thing plus Royal Treatment, it's pretty good. 3 win! Yes! We are moving up in the hierarchy! I am undefeated! See you folks next round. Welcome to round 2. Hopefully we get to actually play this game. This is an easy keep. If I can play this on turn 3, I'm going to win. So I need to draw a mountain. Mountain deck. Not forest. Mountain. Mountain. Arena is a little bit glitchy at the moment. Definitely just going to play my 2-drop Ramper. Give myself the option to top deck a mountain and get my red cap Gutter Dweller down. No! Sad day. We even drew the mountain. Just going to be mana efficient. Welcome to Sweet Tooth will be good at some point here. Looks like they missed a land drop. Okay, they hit their land drop again. They're playing black-green. So they probably have some removal spells. We're still just going to jam Gutter Dweller. Because if they have a kill spell like a Candy Grapple, they might just want to use it on Tanglespan Lookout. Like, I know I'd be very tempted to do that. So Gutter Dweller could pretty easily survive here, I think. If they don't kill anything now. What could they have? They could have +1/+3. That's not the best for me. But then they don't develop their board. They could have +1/+1 and trample. But then they don't develop their board. I don't have that many auras. They could have Rat Out. Any of these options are fine for me to get, like... Yeah, that's fine for me. Especially because I don't have, like, X1 hate. Max punished. I drew one of my few aura makers. Also, I just think it's a fine turn for me, and they don't get to put a Wicked Roll on something now. Like, they were going to get to do that for free and make their guy a 3/2, and so I think not taking the damage, just getting to play my little bit of value game here. Oh, this is perfect. I'll sack this. I'm going to name black mana. I could have named green, and then I could have played, like, this plus Welcome to Sweet Tooth. So I have 2... But I think just being able to play Gumdrop Poisoner is important. 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. I'm going to play this plus the Ratcatcher Trainee tokens. I'm going to give my guy Ward. They have a double block available, though, so I'm just going to hang out. Hopefully they can't kill it. It's out of range of a lot of stuff at this point, especially because of Ward. And I'm drawing 2 cards a turn, so I should be able to power through them. Perfect. Nice. Okay, so I think I might want to diversify my threats. So I think I might want to put the counters here. Or even here. Yeah, I think here is best. Kill that guy. I'm going to kill Greta. Tangle Span, okay. Okay. That's a good draw. So if they triple block this, they'd have 3, 5, 7. So they can't triple block this. They have 3, 5, 7 for this guy. So I can put 2 counters here and a couple counters here. So this can get 2 counters. This can get 2 counters. But if they triple block this thing, they're dead. So I just need to make sure all my stuff can attack. So they can't afford to triple block this. Definitely putting at least a counter there, and then probably 3 counters here. So if they go block here, they can't double block there. They have to take chump. Got there. Okay, they have Callous Sellsword. That's good to know about. They have Greta. They don't have any tons of removal. They have the Ferocious guy. Radout has 1 target that I saw. Just a black-green value deck, it looks like, at this point. Don't really want to splash heavier black for Radout right now. This could be a grindy match, so Collector's Vault could be okay. On the draw, though, I'm not sure I want that. They have a lot of high-impact 3-drops. Which makes me kind of want Feed the Cauldron, but again, it's off the splash. They have Witch's Vanity, which is not a power or toughness-based removal spell. I don't see any huge reason to change things up. The Edgewall pack doesn't necessarily line up the best on the draw. Let's try it like that. I do think getting Collector's Vault in for potentially slow, grindy matches is a good call. Especially because it helps me enable, like, celebrate on stuff. Ash always wanted to attend the grand ball in the dwarven halls of Delver Hall, but her parents forbade it. Unbeknownst to them, she snuck in. Okay. I'm going to keep this hand. I don't have a forest yet, but I have Candy Trail to scry me into one. I've got my Collector's Vault to find me a green source. I'm going to name red here. And then we're just going to kill this thing. They sideboarded into red-white aggro. That's interesting. And now I have Royal Treatment to protect Godric. That's pretty good. And this card's going to help me ensure that I get, like, turn it into a dragon as much as possible. This is why sometimes it's best not to over sideboard in sealed, because they do stuff like this, and then you're like, oh yeah, I'm glad I didn't cut all my 2-drops and stuff. I basically cut, like, an okay card for a card that, like, honestly, I don't think I could have kept the hand without Collector's Vault. Woo! Got the win! Nice. 2-0. See you folks next round. Welcome to round 3. We'll play first. And we'll keep. Mulliganing is bad. I've got a lot of cheapish stuff to do. I need to draw 1 land to play this guy and then curse. A couple more lands to make this guy playable. I've got some removal to stabilize me in the early turns. Hopefully I can find another creature so I don't just run this guy out. I will exile this because it is going to get them a 2-for-1 in the long game. I hope to draw another 3-drop here. Like, Godric would be quite good. If I draw, they're probably gonna just run this guy out. If I draw a land, I can play this guy. If not, I can curse the Werefox that guy. Honestly, not a bad draw. I kind of wanted to fight the Hollow Scavenger anyway. I'm going to get a forest with this Evolving Wilds. Because I have a double green spell in my hand. Sure. We're jamming. I have no reason to think they're playing. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I have no idea whether they're based like blue black. I mean, I guess I was assuming they were based black green, and this doesn't seem like the sort of card you'd splash. Was basically my logic there. Just get completely owned, Nikolai, I guess. Oh man, that's unfortunate. That's gonna lose me the game probably at this point. Because I don't have an answer to that guy. And just everything lined up very badly for me here. And they just get to jack up their Stormkeld Vanguard now. I'm not out of it. Just in bad shape. Okay, now we're dead. Hoping to draw like Picnic Ruiner or something. If I draw Picnic Ruiner, buff both my guys, play another threat. Oh, we're so dead. Yeah, I can't block any of those. Okay. Hilda's Crown of Winter, eh? Gosh, that was so unfortunate. That Disdainful Stroke owned me. I mean, I thought they might have Spell Stutter or whatever. A 6/7 is so hard for me to beat. I don't think I can. I don't think I want to leave my red-green base. But I'm tempted. I just don't think I have time to make a full clicking switch. Because, like, adding in Shadow the Oath. I kind of want to splash Ariet's Whisper, though. Even though the most important cards are going to be out of their hand by then. I want to bring in some sort of anti-fight spell card. And do they have instant speed removal? I could bring in Titanic Growth as suggested by Twitch chat. This card would be nice if I was able to make the full switch, but I'm not fast enough at clicking to do that, and I know my limits. What's bad? Let's just do something simple. Take out my weakest card, arguably. Add in a better one. I think Titanic Growth is a little bit better just because they have like some fight spells. They've got a big guy that I can maybe use my Hamlet Glutton to attack past. I don't love that change, especially because if I play the Ratter, it's not great to flip that card. We'll keep this. Oh no. Come on, Mountain. This is a tough choice. Actually, it's not at all. I just have to sack this. I know it means one less counter here, but... I really wanted to draw a Mountain there so I could torch their 3-2. They're in really good shape now. I've dug quite a few cards deep looking for red. I went 2 to the bottom, drew an extra card off Candy Trail as well. And they played turn 1 Utopia Sprawl, and I'm just like, gosh darn it. They're going to kill this thing, I assume. I'm not going to just run this out. It's so tempting, though. What could they possibly have? I'm going to hold up this thing plus this thing. They have 3 mana. I just want to get this thing into play. Hoping to draw a Mountain. They can play their 6-7 here. If they have Disdainful Stroke, okay. They concede. Interesting. Well, we won that game. I'm really afraid of their 6-7. I think the Titanic Growth should help against that. Bring it back. Gosh, we just obliterated them. I wonder what they had for 3 minutes. So we know they have Disdainful Stroke. Root Rider Farm. My deck uses lands decently well. But I'm going to look at that. Gosh darn it. I'm so sad. I could have kept that opener. It might have lost me the game, though. But having to mold a 5 is just awful. Sometimes it's better to keep the 5-lander than get screwed in the mole. Obviously, chat. Obviously, that's sometimes correct. But my 2 spells were a Sweet Tooth and a Titanic Growth. Titanic Growth isn't like a high-impact spell. If I had like a Hamlet Glutton... Oh, okay. It's like a huge... It depends on what 2 spells you have, to some degree. Obviously, sometimes you keep a 5-lander. I had a Combat Trick as one of my 2 spells. Which is arguably like one of the worst couple of things that you could possibly have as one of your 2 spells, because I have 1 creature. If they kill my creature, my other spell does nothing. If it was a Ratter, I would have kept it. If it was a Glutton, I would have kept it. If it was like a Gumdrop Poisoner, I would have kept it. Talion, Kindly Lord. Yep, they picked 3 correctly. Turn 3 Talion on the play versus a mold of 5. You'll love to see it. You just love to see it. Gosh darn it. Shocking, I know, that they have the kill spell. Oh my gosh. I need to draw a land here. I need to draw a land. If I draw a land, I think I can win this still. Okay, we're still in it. Obviously not with a great chance. The only way for me to kill this Talion is with fighting it. That'll cost me some life and give them an extra card. But then a 7/7 does have a chance to beat down. Basically just boiled down to I think my 6-card hands are going to be better than that. Because not only do I have some really good cards that can get me out of almost anything. Oh, you're kidding me. Hello, Hilda. That card could be pretty good. I know they get to draw a card and I lose some life here, but it's my only option, I think. Now the question is, do I want to scry? And I think the answer is yes. Yes! Brave the Wild is huge. Because that'll get me my swamp so I can cast this thing. And that's some serious card advantage. I really hope they don't just jam their 6/7 here. Are you kidding me? This is going to be tough. We're still fighting, though. Need to find my Warlord's card to kill this thing. I don't have any way to deal with the crown. It's just like such a... Yeah, that's game. I should have brought in Leaping Ambush instead of Titanic Growth. Yeah. Wow. What a way to lose. Just perfect. Oh well. Welcome to another round. 2-1, but technically like 1-1. Because... Yeah. I'm going to go get a mountain. Just ensure my curve. I don't want either of those. Ah, bitter bee. I'm just going to sack this thing on their turn. Natural Tron. We jamming. Because this will give me something to sacrifice to bargain my Hamlet Glutton at the very least. No! What? That's so bad for me. To the surprise of no one, them hitting 2 perfect spells off a questing druid is not going to go well for me. This is so tough. I really just want to jam Glutton here. I think I have to. Their guy's going to grow out of torch range, or maybe I have to sack this other rat to get the torch going. If they only play 1 spell. But this way I can actually pressure them. It's sad, don't get me wrong, not to be able to kill that thing, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. And maybe I'll be able to kill that thing when they like double block my 6/6s. If they could have killed Hamlet Glutton, they would have, and they can't kill that, and that's what I actually have some chance against the Bitter Blossom. Oh, peachy. Trample plus a surprise torch the tower for 3 could get the job done. Pretty good for me. They lose another life, but they're at a functional 6. Are you kidding me? What is this madness? Oh my gosh. Really? Oh my gosh. Oh, that's a good draw. Is it enough? I can put 3 counters. Definitely 1 counter on the Glutton to force them to at least double block it. 1 counter onto this rat, 1 counter here. Are they dead? So they're taking 2, going down to 4. And then if I deal 3 to this thing, then they won't die. Because they have this food they can sack. Always good to check for lethal. Because basically I could have done 3 to the Hamlet Glutton instead I trampled over for 3. Okay, they go to 1. Back up to 4. They can't recast the Mosswood Dread Knight, which is okay with me. And then I get to play these two things. I think I'm going to win this game. Yes! For Sparta! I really wish I just had some enchantment or artifact removal. But alas. Royal treatment could be annoying. Wasn't that my own royal treatment? No. They got it off of their guy. Okay, we'll keep this. Doesn't matter what we put to the bottom. We're about to shuffle it back in to get our swamp. They got a royal treatment off of their 2-mana thing. You love to see it. A real challenge. I always must face the turn to Bitter Blossom. On the draw. Ooh, a gumdrop. Hello, gumdrop poisoner. It's nice to see you. Welcome. You will come in nice and handy. And I will always love you. No! We share so many colors. It's a problem. This is not great. Luckily, they don't have double red yet. Okay, one of the cards they hit was a land. That's fine. I hope they don't hit Hamlet Glutton. That would be bad for me. When I went to all this effort to leave up a black spell, if they then go for some sort of like aura buff on their guys, okay, that makes at least some amount of sense. They played around rat out. Why would he try to do me like this? What are you doing, Auto Tapper? I clearly am going for the gumdrop poisoner. You're a madman. You absolute madman. What the heck was that going to accomplish, tapping my swamp? Oh my gosh, I'm enraged! The rage! That's insanity! What the heck was it trying to do to me? What the heck? Oh, they're just playing it. Huh. They don't have any red mana. Get owned! Write it down, yeah. Never trust auto tapper. I mean, I think I've learned that lesson. Through blood, sweat, and tears, I've learned that one. Mm-hmm. So they have to double block any of these anyway. So I'm going to give this thing Menace. So they've used both of the spells they got from me? Oh, they used my Picnic Ruiner? The monster. What are they doing? Yes! We win! Oh my gosh! Get mana screwed! Oh, of course I had fun. They got horribly mana screwed and I won easily. No, I'm kidding. That was, yeah, oh my gosh. Let's go. We beating turn 2 Bitter Blossoms. Great. See you next round. Welcome to another round. We will play first. We made one change to the deck. Oh, what a hand. We cut the Gumdrop Trail for the Collector's Vault because it felt much better to have Collector's Vault. Because you can just keep more hands. Like, if you have, like, weird mana, it gives you treasures, and it loots us to find our good cards. This is going to be a great little curve out. Oh, baby! Oh my gosh! What a curve! Sure, they might have Candy Grapple, but if they don't have Candy Grapple, like, what are they going to do? Oh my gosh! If I can't win this game, I don't deserve to be in this tournament. Oh, baby! It's like playing Constructed! Oh my god! They're so dead, they haven't even cast a spell! What is happening? Oh, God. I don't even know anything about their deck other than their black-green. What the heck was that? Well, clearly the Collector's Vault change has blessed me from the magic gods. Maybe they aren't even playing black-green. I just put the fear into them, though. They're like, oh my gosh, my opponent's deck is insane! Oh! Oh, the perfect mana! Je love to see it. It is très bien, as they say in French. Ah, Season of Growth. That is not the best for me, but in Sealed, they might not be able to maximize it. I tend not to, like, slow roll that card. Here I am just going to run it out as a 2-1. I haven't been running that out recently that much as a 2-1, but I think it's worth it here. Because I have plenty to do with my mana. I'm going to draw some cards off this thing. I've got 3-drop, 4-drop, 5-drop. And the damage can matter. Normally I would wait, but I'm going to play this guy now. Because that gives me the option to Gumdrop next turn. Yep. I kind of glad that I saved this guy. Am I supposed to ever play around that effect? Probably not.
Gruff! Aha! There were once 3 billy goats, and they were all called Gruff. There was a little billy goat Gruff, a medium billy goat Gruff, and a large billy goat Gruff. Oh. Okay. Shrinking this is like the best possible answer. We're going to kill one of the tokens. Because it doesn't have any power. Beating a 6/6 seems way easier than beating a couple of 3/3s. But I guess they can't attack me this turn. Unless they only attack with 1. I know I have the Moss Dread Knight, but I need all my red mana and I need all my green mana. And now they might just be dead. This. I guess I need to draw a permanent. Yes! Get wrecked, Gruff! Yes! Woo! See you folks next round. But for the record, I wasn't going to fight. I was just going to play that as a draw card, make my guy a 4/4, and then attack with my 5/5 for the win. Let's go! See you folks next round. Welcome to another round. We'll keep this on the draw. We can't use the gumdrop quite yet, but we have plenty of draws that let us use it eventually. I'll play the Torch the Tower on turn 1. Okay, sure, that card's not a huge deal. Angle Span. Well, I am going to kill that, and I am going to scry. Because that card can take over a game on its own. And I don't need that land, so basically it was like drawing a card. They're missing lands because I don't believe they played an extra land for this guy. No need to make this trade. This card's better than this one once they're in play. So they have all spells in hand.
Next turn, this turn I'm just going to do this, which isn't the best play, but it's a play. Next turn I'm going to use this to kill one of their guys, and then the next turn I'll play this. So it's kind of an inefficient lineup. So they didn't have +2/+2 maybe? They have all spells. I assume they might have +2/+2 bargain, but I'm gonna get them red on this because I have some cards like Godric that care about having extra red mana. And I have Collector's Vault, so being able to hold this forest actually does have some value. And there's no chance I'm ever attacking here if they don't do anything, because they could just have Kellen's Lightblades, and then I could just buy my creature back. That's one major level up I've had in this format, is like Kellen's Lightblades is pretty easy to play around if they're going for it with Princess Takes Flight. I just hope they don't have a stockpiling Celebrant. That's a glutton. I guess technically I should have played lands, because then I could have like played this guy immediately potentially. Okay. Unfortunate the way this has worked out, because I know they have 3 spells in hand at least. Okay, they have 3 spells in hand still, and I have none. Okay, Bitter Blossom at this stage is not the most devastating. I can only do this one more time, otherwise I'm going to deck myself, but... Okay. They might fire up their land. What do I have left? So I've gotten rid of Witch Stalkers. I still have Collector's Vault. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lands have been milled. Oh, this is bad. This is very, very, very bad. Very, very bad. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I only have 1 land left in my deck. I messed that up. I meant to get this guy buffed up. I'm just going to deck myself now. It's kind of unfortunate. I guess I can't afford to use Bramble Familiar twice. Lesson learned. I don't think I was going to win this game anyway. Interesting. I'm trying to trade off with this Beanstalk Worm, so they won't have a big reach creature for this Godric. Yeah, I know I have 4 cards left in my deck. Does this thing gain trample ever? It does not. I just need to get a 3-2 trample into play, I think. Oh, if I play my Aura, this thing draws me a card. Oh, that's so bad. I can't afford to keep with the mana just because I have no cards left in my deck. I can't cast this unless this thing dies. They're in bad shape, though. I think I can do a lot of damage to them. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 attackers. Yep. This Tangle Span lookout is hosing me. Maybe. Maybe not. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes! Take that, Bitter Blossom scum. They don't get to do anything, baby. Let's go! We did it! We did it! We did it! Let's go! Die to your Bitter Blossom, yeah! Woo! I was in such good shape that game. It was just literally because I just milled 14 cards with my Bramble Familiar that I was in trouble. Let's go. Huge victory. They have a Curse of the Werefox, a Graceful Takedown. I kind of want to bring in this guy. Because it's good against Bitter Blossom. Whew. Gotta pop my ears. That's what I was doing just there, so people don't think I'm insane. Not some sort of weird victory celebration. It's just like, pop the ears. Woo. That was crazy. They literally blocked in such a weird way. It's literally like I'm dead, basically. They just have to survive. Oh, man. Criminy. Is this keepable? I'm going to keep it. The reason I'm keeping it is because I have about 10 draws that are good for me, including that. But, like, I have Collector's Vault, I have Evolving Wilds, I have Utopia Sprawl. All of those get me out of it. And I have, like, 3 draws before it matters because I've got this thing on turn 2, this thing on turn 3. Yes! Justice! Die, Spellbook Vendor! Your days are over! Your days of tyranny have reached an end! It would be really bad if I blocked. Just block, they sack their food, I lose my guy. Feels bad. So I really want to deploy a red spell here because I've got an overload of red spells compared to my red mana. And so if I don't deploy one here, like if I just play this thing, and then I'm just going to have like one spell per turn. It's your good old friend, the raccoon. Man, Stroke of Midnight is such a bad card. My 3/3 becoming a 1/1 is like actually like the 1/1's decent here. But as you can see, now I have all red spells. I've kind of used all of my green. And so if I don't draw a mountain here, I'm like stuck in one spell per turn category. Whereas I'd love to be able to just go like play to this thing, use this. So that's why I was playing a red spell every turn very conscientiously. Oh, Bitter Blossom. The thing is, they've been racing me, which is not what you want to be doing if you're playing a Bitter Blossom situation. Like, if they block and then sack their food, I'm actually okay with that. And I'm not even going to bother using my Warlord's Frenzy. Because the lack of 3 life here is going to be pretty significant. Sure. Actually, I'm going to sack the food to do that. So we both just trade. I wasn't going to use Warlord's Frenzy on it, though. Never, never enough, never, never, never enough, never, never for you, for you, for you. Never enough, never, never, never enough. Here, I'm just going to kill Neva. That gets rid of any decent block they have. They take 2. They're going to be up to 12. I take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll just make 2 more 1/1s. Buff up like a rat token or something. Did they really not sack their food? Even if they have Hamlet Glutton, they're dead, I think. Okay, that card might actually get them out of it.
They have to trade with something here, and this way I can play Hamlet Glutton and Ratcatcher Trainee, which are both attackers into the Gumdrop Poisoner. I don't think I could have killed them if they were at 7. They block there. They block here. Go up to 7. They take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jump here. Yeah. Booped up. Okay. No, I can't cast it. Okay. So there are 3. If I attack all out, let's just say they eat this token, chump, chump. They take 3. I attack with both of these. They go chump, chump. They can never attack with this thing. Okay. Now if they don't draw something this turn, I can attack all out and get them. Gumdrop Poisoner was really hard to get through here. Lined up well against all my 1/1s. Maybe I was supposed to put, like, the... Oh, no. That can gain him some life. Wow, they go to, like, exactly 1 here. This is insanity. They go to 1. They attack back up to 3. They chump here, die. Okay, I think we got them. Unless they drew a cheap creature, in which case they're not quite dead. Oh, not dead yet! Good game. I think we got there. Honestly, if they drew Hamlet Glutton and bargained this away, I might lose. Yeah. Woo! Got the win. Got the win. See you folks next round. Welcome to another round. We will keep this. We got our great cards. We just need a mountain or a swamp. We shall use this to get a swamp. So against a red aggro start. I'm just going to play this as a 3-2 for now. I wish I had a different 2-drop to play, but I might just trade this off and just play a normal game. Losing my Dread Knight is pretty bad, though. Need a mountain. GG's, Elias. Okay. Hopefully nothing too good there.
I mean, I have almost all of my best cards already in my hand, so. Dragon's so annoying when it's like a mirror match. I do have a lot of green spells, though. I really need to draw a second mountain. I might just lose to the Decadent Dragon. Gosh, this dragon is terrifying. So they played my mountain. Gosh darn it. Okay. Okay. I think I'm going to just sack my food to gain some life here. It does make a glutton top deck quite poor. But they might have taken one of my gluttons anyway. And I'm hoping to just draw mountain. Losing with my best cards in hand is such a bad feeling. If I'd just gotten a mountain off my Evolving Wilds, I might have just won this game already. Yeah, they took my glutton anyway. Gosh darn it, game. Why do you forsake me? Why hast thou forsaken me? My gosh, my opponent took maybe the best two cards they could have taken, because not only did they get my mountain that I desperately needed, but they also got my like massive creature that I could actually cast with all my forests. Oh. I'm so dead. This game is just over. It really did not line up well. I got max punished for getting a swamp. And they have a fell horseman. Of course they do. Yep. Just what the doctor ordered. I can't beat a Hamlet Glutton unless I have my own Hamlet Glutton. Here my plan is to just throw some bodies in front of this. Not take that much damage. Try to find my second copy of Glutton. Yeah, I think I'm dead. No need to concede, but yeah, I'm totally dead. Gosh darn it. I don't really like the SCO phrase, Adronius. It's yeah, it's a little bit odd. I don't really like it. Okay, so we're playing against the dragon. That was a tough loss. If I had just drawn him out and I could have jammed my Edgewall Ratter, not my rat guy. This hand is good though. I just got very punished for getting a swamp because of my Mosswood Dread Knight, when in reality maybe I should have just gotten a mountain so I could deploy my other guy. But like, when you have their Dread Knight in hand and you don't know how the matchup's gonna go, it feels way better to get a swamp. And I didn't. If I had the Ratter guy, I probably would have gone the other way. Next turn I'll go this plus this probably. I have a much more functional hand this time. Next turn I'll play this and this. And I'll play the Glutton. Collector's Vault could do some serious work here. Okay. I wish I could just, like, use the Collector's Vault to make a treasure, but then I wouldn't have the mana to cast it, Glutton. In Collector's Vault we trust, I guess. This guy still has attacks, which is awesome for me. I'm going to loot to try and find Warlords before I do anything with this guy, I think. I wanted to leave the option of just playing this post-combat if they traded with it. And Collector's Vault really helps me turn on Celebration. Okay. So I'm going to have another treasure. So I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 treasures. So I can do 7 to them in the air. So if they're at 3, they have to double block this guy, single block. So they go block here, double block here. If they block this, can they live? If they block here, then they can't double block here and block there. So yeah, this is...
Boom. Game 3.
Vault felt really good there. We just run it back. Oh, this is so intense. One game away. And then I have one more round, but I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing on me. I'm only one game away. Top deck Rider when you need a friend. I wish I had spider food. It'd be so good out of the board in some of these matchups where they have like Hilda's Crown and all this junk. And this flyer, this dragon that I'm terrified of. Ugh. This is intense. Oh, I'm still recording, obviously. Easy keep. Here I'm going to just get a mountain. I'm not going to risk it. Unless I draw a mountain on my first draw step. Gosh, why do you have to make this so difficult for me, game? Now I'm priced into getting a swamp. I'm not going to be results oriented. I'm going to get a swamp. It's definitely correct. I literally drew the Gumdrop Poisoner. I'm just going to use this on this turn. Next turn I'll play this plus hold up Leaping Ambush. They hit their land. I'm terrified.
Please don't magma spray me. Brohim, amigo, friendo. Okay. That's totally fine. They got this card back just so they could, like, put this guy into the skies, I think. This game lined up really weird. I really wanted to, like, Warlord's Frenzy that guy, like, 5 turns ago. But I really wanted to just get Gumdrop Poisoner down for value, and then the cut-in was annoying, and... Do I just take a draw step, and then... Yeah, I think I just draw here. Is that good enough? So on their turn, let's assume they draw a blank. Is it good enough? Here they're taking 6 going down to 4. They're going to have 1 blocker, 2 blockers. It's definitely good enough, right? I upgrade one of my 1/1s into a 3/3. So then I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attackers. They'll have 2 blockers. They'll be at 4. Yeah, I think I keep it. If they don't draw a blank, it's a little bit more complicated. Yes! Yes! We're 1 round away. I think they're dead on board. I attack with everything. They block my 2/3 powered guys. They take lethal. Boom! See you folks in the final round. Welcome to the final round. It's a classic Bolas battle, and I'm mulliganing. This hand's better, though. Ooh, turn 3 red cap. Gutter Dweller with Rural Treatment backup. I hate getting rid of a Picnic Ruiner, but it is necessary here. Playing this on turn 3 is just so good. I'm going to let this get green. No, red, green, green. Max punished. I was thinking if I draw Hamlet Glutton, so maybe not max punished. Maybe it's still correct. This is what I got. The way my draw lined up, I don't think I can sandbag at a turn to hold up Royal Treatment, which is really sad, but that's how it goes. Can I just do nothing for that turn? If I had done Forest naming red, then I could have gone Swamp on turn 2, gotten the Gumdrop Poisoner down. I still have the Mosswood Dread Knight. Ugh. Gosh darn it. That did make my Collector's Vault draw worse. Yeah, I really need Glutton here. That would be amazing. Or a Hollow Scavenger. Literally anything that gains me life. A Rat Catcher training would be pretty reasonable. They scry to the top. Gosh darn it. No, you're kidding. Okay. Tough Cookie was a really good draw for them. Gosh, I would have been in such good shape if I hadn't had to mulligan this game. Because then I wouldn't have had to discard my Gumdrop Poisoner. Which I think was correct to do at the time. I don't know. Getting rid of Swamp doesn't seem to do much. I just don't have any black sources left. So I had to get rid of that. Or get rid of my Royal Treatment, which I think I needed. Utopia Sprawl naming green was like hoping that I'd draw a Hamlet Glutton. If they animate their food, I'm blocking with Redcap Gutter Dweller. I want a new card. And I want this to be a 5/5. Come on, Glutton. Yes! I'm attacking, baby. Send in the goon squad. I'm dead to removal, but you know, such is life. Of course they have it. Why wouldn't they have it? Oh, they can't kill me. Yeah, they can't kill me. They can't quite kill me. Just what I love to see. Always be drawing lands. That's the goal in Magic. I actually am dead on board. They just have to see it. They just have to attack with their tough cookie, and I'm dead. I didn't miss the 1 damage from attacking with Gutter Dweller first. I didn't want them to double block the Gutter Dweller and have me not be able to cast my Glutton. They could literally just sack their tough cookie to gain life, and I would lose. Okay, game 2. Let's go. I mean, that was so stupid the way that lined up. My gosh, that was annoying. Once again, I wish I had artifact removal. Oh my gosh. Come on, deck. Make the comeback. Kind of want to bring in this guy. They have a lot of discard effects. It does make Collector's Vault worse, but I don't do that. It's a grindy matchup, sure. But when they're making me discard my cards, I don't want to have cards in hand. Because if they are going to top deck Ariad's Whisper, I want it to do nothing for them in the late game. So I want to be able to play all of my cards out. Similarly with their Hopeless Nightmare. Whereas if I'm holding a land, it's like just going to get nabbed. That's my theory, at least. Hanlon and Greta. Not Hansel, Hanlon. Sinister Living Candy. Gosh, that's so demoralizing to lose that. I played turn 3 red cap, and I just couldn't draw spells from there on out in timely fashion. That Utopia Sprawl play was super tough, because I wanted to keep myself live if I drew Hamlet Glutton, but then I drew like my worst possible draw in that situation. Hopefully they don't have Candy Grapple. But they do. Why wouldn't they? Only a very important game, and they have Candy Grapple into Tough Cookie. And I have drawn 3 mountains in a row. I mean, I know that there's nothing I could have done differently in this game particularly. I mean, I guess I could have waited till turn 4 for my Godric. But, like, they have probably 1 Candy Grapple in their entire deck. They could just be missing a 2-drop. And I'm just, like, sitting here like, oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. I guess it could have been a good play, because then I would have had royal treatment up to protect. And they're just going all in. I have 4 mana up, and they just go for it. They just know I have nothing. Probably because of some stupid arena like auto tapper stuff where it's like, oh, I should hold full control the entire game. And now I just lose completely and utterly. And it's just like, my gosh. I've cast 1 spell this game. And it's just over. Yep. GG, opponent. GG. It's funny, because if I had played Godric with this thing back up, they would have maybe gone for Candy Grapple, and it would have been... Yeah, I don't even have anything to say. It's just going to be very negative. That was... Could I have won the first game? I don't think so. Could I have won that game? If I hadn't run Godric out into their Candy Grapple. I mean, I saw 1 Candy Grapple. I knew it was a possibility. Candy Grapple's gonna... Oh my gosh. Guess I could have had my royal treatment up to protect. So I just go pass. Then I go that with royal treatment up. They go for Candy Grapple. I make my guy 4/4. And then they're just miles behind if they keep holding up Candy Grapple. It feels like they just play Tough Cookie if they had one. They must have top decked Tough Cookie. Oh my gosh, 1 short. Well, if you made it to the end of this video, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag 1 short. Actually, no, that's a bit of a spoiler. Don't leave that one. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, leave hashtag... Hashtag rats, because we all know that it means rats. That's super annoying, but we do have a lot of rats in the deck, so it's not really a spoiler. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. I'll talk to you next time. I hope you enjoyed it.